Hey there, everyone. How you doing today? Michael Zuber, author of One Rental at a Time. And what I want to do here is just give you a flavor, a taste of all the goodness that is happening in my private Facebook group. We have a private Facebook group. It is called One Rental at a Time Works. This Facebook group is becoming something that really puts a smile on my face. It is full of positivity. It is full of people doing deals, asking critical questions. And what I wanted to do is just bring up a sample of what's going on in the group because I think a lot of you need to be a part of it. This group is for real estate investors. It is for new and experienced. It is a safe place to ask questions, and it's a safe place to, be capitalist and really move forward. So again, if you want to be a member of this fantastic private Facebook group called One Rental at a Time Works, you will need to purchase my course called How to Get Started One Rental at a Time. It's only $199. It's $199. It is exactly how I learned a market I never lived in. It is proving extremely valuable for folks getting deals done in this competitive market. I think it's the thing you must take in order to learn the next 90 days. On my channel, I talk about more inventory coming. I believe that. I believe the move-up buyers are coming. I believe frustrated landlords are coming. I believe some stress in foreclosures and forbearance is coming. But you've got to be ready. You've got to do the work. You've got to do the work. So let me just give you a flavor of questions that come up. We can talk about what's going on. And again, buy the course, join the group. Let's go. So let me share the presentation. Make it a little bit bigger for you. And get my big head out of the way. So again, this group, this Facebook group, this private group, I'm the only one that approves people getting in. I will be the person that kicks people out if it goes sideways. But in the end, we celebrate, we ask questions, we help people, and it's just a positive place to be. If you buy the course, this is the group to look for. You have to ask to join because not everybody has Facebook. I don't know, everybody's names are similar sometimes. So you need to ask. I will again validate that you have bought the course, and I will just hit approve. I usually look one time a day. So realize it might be 24 hours before I see it, but I will add you. All our stuff is archived, so it's there. You can go back and watch hours of questions. Again, I do a 9 a.m. live stream with my students. And if you're new, you can go back and watch, several weeks of past videos just to get a flavor of what we do on Saturdays. So this is the first thing to talk about, celebrating a deal. Obviously, there's a lot more detail behind this post, but people are posting their wins. In this case, we have somebody that posted a BRRRR project that they did in Fresno, California, my market, and talked about how it really worked out for them, right? Look at that. Purchase a 96, call it 97, 20 grand or 18 in rehab, appraised for 174. That's amazing. And again, if you're in the group, you could expand that. He goes into great detail about what is going on there. Again, BRRRR can be done successfully. It just takes work. It takes knowing your market. You got to know the numbers, got to know the deal. And it's something you could certainly do by joining the group. Here's a question I think that just came today, actually. Hey, buying a 3-unit, 670K, but the appraisal came in light. What is that? 42,000 bucks. That's 5% or so, maybe 6%. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, take that back. Initial price was 670, then negotiated to 628. Oh, so we got a deal off 42K, but appraisal came back even lower. Wow. So 60 grand lower. So we're renegotiating. The yield, again, if you're one of my students, you will know what that means. The yield was 8% at 628, but will jump to 11% if seller accepts coming down. Has anyone else seen properties being sold for so much over appraisal? So this happens in hot markets. It doesn't always happen on multifamily, right? This is 3 units, but buying above appraisal is very common in a hot market. It's happening all over the country today in owner-occupied market. Realize here that the bank, if you don't know, will only lend on 568. They lend on the lower of the two, the purchase price or appraised value. So in this case, you need to go back and renegotiate. You need to, there's a chance the seller could pay for a second appraisal, as I indicated in my comment. But again, yeah, this is real stuff. The beauty about this group that you could be a part of is you ask questions that are happening in your business. This just happened. They put it in there. Other students who know what we're talking about, yield and value and stuff, are responding and trying to help them out. Here's a question I think that came in the last 48 or maybe 3 days, 72 hours, buying from wholesalers. There is a member of the team who's buying a property with a traditional mortgage, a 30-year mortgage. Unfortunately, there's an assignment fee, right? That's what wholesalers do, right? You lock it up at 100, you get 10 grand assignment fee, and you sell it to somebody else at 110. Unfortunately, the banks are only going to loan on the 100. The banks will not pay or even recognize the assignment fee. Doesn't happen. So just know that going in, know that you're going to have to fund that. There could be exceptions, but I have never seen a bank loan on the assignment fee. Local lenders versus big banks. Again, people are doing real deals in this group. So they are trying to get a deal done. They have a pre-approval letter from an out-of-town bank or a big bank, but they're being told that they prefer local lenders. This happens. And again, this happens in hot markets. You got to realize there's usually a story behind this. Either the agent or the seller had a deal blow up, because big banks are slow. I have a refi that's going on 5 months now, and it's not even a cash out refi. It's just rate and term. Things are really slow, especially at big banks. So it is not surprising that if you're like an out-of-town investor, like you're in California buying in Ohio, yeah, you're going to probably hear from those agents, we want you to use an Ohio institution. It's very common, especially in an environment where big banks are noticeably slower than local banks. You should probably expect that. Do the work. This is what I love, right? People are doing the work. They're noticing things in their market. So in this case, somebody saw that there's going to be a freeway expansion that's going to add elevated lanes, and it's going to take 3 years to construct. So this was in his target zip code. So this could be good or bad, right? So he's asking what happens short and long term. Well, there is no guarantees. The things that I ask them to look at is what's the noise factor going to be, right? Because again, I don't know. There's no pictures on this post, but you got to imagine that's going to be pretty high construction. So what's that going to look like? Also, where the off ramps are going to go, right? Are there going to be more off ramps that will either make the area around it more or less desirable? And then lastly, what's it going to look like when it's done? Is the freeway going to be visible because it's elevated, right? Is it going to be visible from the neighborhood? All of those things will go into whether rents really will first go into whether prices go up or down. And then if prices go up or down, what happens to rent? So again, this is what people are really doing. They're noticing things in their market. They're asking questions. They're asking the right questions, because again, if this freeway is going to bring more residents and ease traffic congestion, maybe it's a good thing, but maybe it brings a lot of noise and it's visually ugly, and that's a bad thing. These are things to think about and talk about. How about surprise fees from property managers? How do you handle property managers that add more fees? We chose a particular property manager because they specifically advertise no extra fees on their website. They now are adding $25 yearly fee to 1099s, $25 yearly fee because they switched over to a new portal, also increased turnover fee by 10 to 15%. We like them otherwise. They are very good. I'm just annoyed. Would you dispute these fees or just suck them up cost of doing business? Well, again, I don't suck up any fees. Right. Again, I would call them up. And again, I said this all in my response. I'd call them up and have a conversation. And I obviously realize that, business can change, right? For example, them switching over to a new portal, that's probably good for you, but there's probably a cost for them. So that kind of makes sense. I think a yearly fee for 1099s is, I want to know why. I mean, that should be, that's not a new thing. 1099s are produced every year. It's not like a surprise thing. I would probably be upset with that one, but I'd want to hear their opinion. And then turnover fee. I want to hear that one too. What happened, right? Did you hire more people so I get better service? Did costs go up? Because maybe just costs of whoever you're using. Right? I want to hear the reasons. I would not accept anything, but I want to hear the business reasons. And again, I want to tell them, I came to you because you advertised no extra fees. So what the hell? Of all of these, the ones that annoys me the most is the 1099. I want to hear why. Did you get a new bookkeeper? You got a new accounting software? What happened? Because a 1099 is something you would have had to do for years anyway. It's not a new thing. So that one would annoy me the most. Again, folks, if you want to be a part of this awesome environment, you need to buy the course. This is what it's called. There's a link below. It's how to start one rental at a time. Couple of things. Only buy the course if you're ready to work. The course hits you right in the nose, day one. You start looking at your market. You get focused. You start looking at it every day. And then if you want, get the course, and you can, if you're on Facebook, join the group. The group is awesome. And it puts a smile on my face every day. So this, again, is something I'm very proud of. So at the end of the day, I just wanted to share with you all the goodness that's going on in the group. Students are doing real deals. They're learning what's going on. They're asking questions. And again, we do a Saturday live stream as well. Take care of yourself. Have a wonderful day.